Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another tournament stream. I say another, but this is actually my first stream of the season, so I'm not sure if that's the right word, but hey. Hello and welcome in any case. Let's go to the garage. And these are the teams that are still left today. We have Zenith, EG, Foo, 4. Actually, I'm not just gonna go through all the names, but we are starting it off with Reckham versus LGR. So that's where we are starting today, and we'll see how it goes. Room invite should be up in not too long. I'm always a little bit worried the first time to see if I get the invite on the right right account, basically. If this is not the account I get it on, I will have to switch accounts quickly. But I think Series will have done a fab job as usual. So let's see. Basically, room invite are generally up like 4.5 minutes before the match actually starts. So that is plenty of time all around. Let's see. Everything seems to be functioning like normal. A little bit of heavy things on my laptop. Because like my laptop is struggling with doing these kind of streams. I mean, it's fine. It will survive. But yeah, it is having a little bit of trouble. So, right now we are just waiting, as said. Let's see. 4 minutes. I should have an invite, really. Actually, I'm going to check my other account real quick to see if I need to switch. For some reason, just like you get that hunch, you know, that something isn't quite right. I mean, we have 4.5 minutes, so it should be 4 minutes, so it should be fine. I just want to make sure that I'm in the right account for this. Oh god, no, he actually... Hang on. I need to switch accounts because they send it to the wrong account. And I'm not going to show you my login details, of course. This is very loud. Yuri, why you do this to me? Bear with me, folks. Game sound is always like really loud when you're logging in for some reason. I still don't know how. Well, it's kind of like the game volume isn't adjusted to that, of course. Come on. Stop synchronizing. Give me something. I'm going here, loading tanks. Come on! I don't have that much time, honestly. Yes, I know. It's actually like, at least it's at the right tank. And there we go, we made it in time with 2.5 minutes left to spare, but oof. In any case, there's a 5-minute delay on the stream, so anything you hear, including me panicking, you won't understand until it's 5 minutes. Well, you won't hear until it's 5 minutes after. And that is to avoid anyone stream sniping. Most of these matches will be over before the delay is gone, so that's generally a good thing. And I'm just glad that I'm in the right account now. I do always feel for... let's see, there I am, yeah. I do always feel for the people that message me during these streams because I never check messages. I just don't. Oh, that was a bit of a panic for me though. But yeah. Oh no, I just got a message saying the background music is a bit low. I always have it very, very low. It's literally just meant for like very, very soft background music so that if I'm silent, there's at least a little bit of noise. But yeah, just checking to make sure that this is all going, OBS showing what it should, nothing on the screen itself. 1 minute 18 seconds left to go. And we see Rackham being ready with 3 e5, Kranwagen, is4, t22 and e figures versus a 113 in e5, a Kranwagen, 3 is4s and a figures. Don't see the 113 often, to be fair. It's an interesting lineup, to be sure. Less meta, but can still work out because you have to draw armor. It's just like, yeah, we'll have to see. 42 seconds left to go. This is like, I'm always like panicking, and in this case, I was right to wonder, and oh my god, I don't need that kind of stress, you know? But yeah. 22 seconds. And then we're good to go for the first match of this evening. I will be following the bracket, so I shouldn't be knocked out if the team I follow is knocked out. I'm not even sure which team I'm like following. Well, actually, no, I do, because Rackham is the one that I'm attached to. But I will be following the bracket, so it should all be good. Let's have a look. First match starting now. Those names, though. They do this on purpose. I mean, I'm sure they do. Like, look at this. Why? Why you do this to me? I'm just going to call them is4s and everything. Can't really call them by names like that. And I'm probably going to load in late. No, not even that bad. Here we go. There we go. Always need to get back into the old accounts, or the old camera commands and everything. So we see Rackham focusing heavily on the base A side, whereas Lager, or it's not Lager, LGR is really just focusing on the B and C side with the is3s in the middle. They're now moving into the Middle East star. The figures going up to spot, and LGR going for an early cap advantage here. We have the AV3 at the back. Let's see. Shots being fired, no damage being done yet. One of the is4s is getting a bit of a hammering. Not really in the position you want to be in. He's definitely getting focused, and he's getting focused really hard. LGR almost looks like ping issues, to be fair. But the worst thing is that they're not focus firing. They've lost an is4, which is basically their armor. And they are landing the shots, but there's still like pockets of battles happening here. And only Aeon has been taken out now. Lightning McQueen is still alive with 21 HP. Which technically shouldn't be allowed, to be honest. I think there was splash damage before he's... No, that's the Kranwagen being taken out. But now they're basically being pincered. Hall is getting shot at right now. But basically, Rackham's focus fire is way better here. And figures versus figures with the T22 behind. That's not going to go well. There he goes already. Guzmin very low on HP as well. This is definitely going to be Rackham's game. And that's everything to do with the focus fire. It was just more on point, not to mention like the pincer movements that they had, which is basically what you want. Just like they moved around, so most of the time they were tank shooting people from LGR from both sides. Ben Pigula is probably not even going to die before LGR is gone, unless he's very, very lucky. No, but there he goes. And Rackham gets the first match. It's been very slow with loading me out of games recently. It's really annoying. Like, it's always doing this. Like, synchronizing the store is just, like, useless. But that was a very quick first game, wasn't it? Yeah, 2.5 minutes. That is very, very quick. So, let's ready up there. In the meantime, for some reason, My music doesn't seem to be playing. I don't know why. Hello? Wow. Issues all around. Oh, my iTunes is not letting me play stuff. It's probably crashing. Can't blame it. This is like literally not playing. I tell it to play and it doesn't. Oh well. I'm going to close iTunes, then you will have to just like survive no music. So 30 seconds left before we enter the second match of this matchup in this best of 3. So pressure is on LGR to bring it home. But if Rackham keeps playing like they are, that will be difficult. But we see Rackham now ready with 3 E5s, 2 Kranwagens, AT22 in the figures versus 3 IS4s, 1 E5, two E5s, a Kranwagen and a figures. Let's see. And be prepared to load in slowly again. Oh. That seemed to go faster than the last time, so who knows? No, we're actually, wow! We loaded in on time, and that gives us the opportunity to enjoy looking at the Needhug camouflage. I really love this camouflage, really. It looks a bit weird, like from the front like that, but it's so cool with the eyes and everything. I'm a big fan. So, let's go up and away. We have Rackham now focusing again on the A side with a little bit towards B. And we see LGR focusing again on the B and C side. Scorn getting spotted early, so does the AV3. Neither of them get shot for it. We have one of the LGR guys moving into base B and base C again. This is basically a repetition of moves that we saw last game. The only difference is that there's now only one IS4 actually in the base here. And he actually gets reset because of that, with a little bit of HE damage there. And a little bit more damage there. Scout taking quite a few hits as he moves away. They do keep trying to cap base B, but that's going to be very difficult, especially when you're standing still like that and not wiggling. And he takes a little bit of damage more, but not too much. Basically, he's not necessarily in a very bad position there, but his health is being chipped away slowly but steadily. But at the same time, we see a sort of pincer movement happening here. T22 has been spotted though, but the E5 did not seem to notice that. Scout moving around a little bit, trying to keep them spotted, getting a nice shot in there. But overall, Lager is in it, well, LGR is in it. I just keep calling them Lager, that's just stupid really. Is in a tricky position here. Aeon taking a shot. But they kind of have to be careful. Scout taking more damage, not being careful enough where he is. Base B being capped and sorry, my throat has been really itchy. And I haven't been talking much. And I get what they're trying to do. They kind of need that base. But now we have the E5s heading towards base C, meeting an E5 and an IS4. And we have the 3 mats over there moving a little bit of that as well. Scout is not looking too healthy. And now they're pincering this. So basically they're forcing LGR to move. There's one of the IS4s gone in the middle. Scout has been taken out. And basically Rackham is cleaning up. Bounce here, very vital. And they're focus firing, because this is the thing. LGR seems to be playing this like it's a random game, just versus good players. Whereas Rackham is playing this as a team game. We have Cosmin here, and a lone IS-4 that's going to be taken out pretty quickly, I'm sure. And there he goes. But this is the thing, you saw one day we were like together, Lightning McQueen and Pambagula were just shooting the same target, even if it meant ignoring the other one. So that was a slower game, but it is a 7-0, and that's saying something as well. I'm going to blame the same names, really. So let's see. When is the? Oh God, I. This is my OCD. I can't stand this. I'm just going to quickly. I wish there was like a market red button. It's probably like the cumulative things that it's bothering me with, to be honest. No, wait, that's it. Oh God, thank God, that's it. I can't stand. Just as this bug is still here, and it's so annoying. What do you mean? Mutsu just said Earth to Amanet, we can hear you. That's kind of the point of me commentating, to be honest. But yeah. Let's see, when is the thingy? Now the thing is, I always have music playing because there are times where I'm just like, I don't really know what to say. And it helps to have a bit of music in the background then. You're not here for the music, but you will notice that compared to this stream, compared to other streams, it helps to have just that little bit of background noise, so to speak. So yeah, let's see. Versus S1A. Statistically speaking, those are very strong players. And Synoxis used to be in the Veil, apparently. In 32. So we have 20 minutes. This is basically... I tagged people earlier because I need replays to show in between these matches because I can't play PC to save my life. But yeah. Let's have a look. I've got some replays lined up. I have 9 of them. And I'm going to start with one of the games from Kasu. Let's see. Basically, we need to be patient with my laptop. Let's see. Ah, the need hook. Yeah, I can imagine that because of the red. It confuses people. Wait, is he not using... Oh my god. No legendary camo costume? I'm so disappointed. He also said that I can roast him with whenever I show his game, so I'm just going to do that. It's not supremacy either, but I know you don't like that much. I was just gonna say there's a mountain there, but okay, you found it. You're a medium, I don't feel sorry for you, sorry. Oof, that's a big height. And the Ashu is being very helpful by not shooting. Let's see. That was a weird drop, did you see that? Oh, he did hit him. Just didn't ton. And another one. Oof. Nice bounce. And gives him a little bit of time to relocate. There you go. Stu got a shot in. That works too. Yeah. Let's see. Why are you standing still, hun? That is honestly a really bad spot to be in. Like, look at how many directions you can get in trouble from. Nice! I don't think he expected that to go in from you. That makes it even easier. Oof, that Leo. No idea what he was shooting at. Starting position aside, I do kind of like... Wow. I mean, you did tell me to roast you. I have these shots, like, lately, very often, to be honest. Like, a shot will go underneath the tank rather than at the tank. And I don't understand it. I do sniper mode, like, all the time, so I know it's not that. It's just really, really weird. Hopefully the meta's AFK, really. That would be very helpful. As is that. Always nice when they're just standing there. No, he was looking at the other guy. There we go. It's like, you stole my kill. Oh god, this guy. He's a bit of a potato, it looks like. $5.1k damage. Not sure what the Leo is going to do. Stealing the kill, probably. No, he missed. Get the kill, Katsu. There you go. Hey, Andy. I mean, you hear this 5 minutes after, but still. Oh. Nice kamikaze, though. But nice ace overall, 5.7k damage. 1641 base XP. Lovely game. By the way, what do you guys think about the new garage? I mean, I miss the people and the banjo playing guys, but I'm so glad the dog is gone. Like the dog sound. That was just driving me nuts every spring. It was weird. Someone just asked in the chat, how is the husband at work? Miss him. I'm not married though. Oh well. Let's see what else have I got for you. Got like 2 tier 5 replays as well. I'm curious about this one mainly because Cassie said that he missed a lot of shots in this one. So I kind of want to see. Let's have a look. Haven't really driven the IS5 like ever since driving it on the Press account. When it was new, it's just collecting dust in my car. You don't even have the legendary camo on this one. Honestly, Kasu. Let's see. I mean, it's just showing replays is actually quite nice because it basically means I don't need to push a lot of buttons. I just need to watch and talk. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of get what you're going for. Activating your adrenaline that early, though. I mean, you don't really have any targets. Why? That goes in. Thing is, I really dislike this tank because of the accuracy. I'm a much bigger fan of accurate tanks. And most of the RU tanks are not accurate, so I don't play them that often. I mean, right now, I'm just really into... I think it was behind the bush, though. I'm really into the just whole European tanks. Way more my cup of tea. You're having a bit of a finding targets issue here, Kasu. There you go. Nice little bounce. And that's a big hit. Let's see. Daw. Oh, Toby, that ladybug looks really good with your name, not gonna lie. Well, yeah, this is mainly why I don't really drive Russian tanks much. They're just slow and cumbersome. That's also why I'm not really playing many heavies. And there we go. Toby is Andy. Let's see. The adrenaline thing. Kasu. Actually, I'm not sure because they're probably not in this battle yet. They shouldn't be. Nice. Hello everyone in the chat, by the way. Mind lots of lots of slow-mo. You would have actually killed him with AP probably if you hadn't gone to HE there. Yeah, that was just you noobing. I mean, you're not doing bad, don't get me wrong. You're holding very nicely here. And being quite troll. You are in a bit of a pickle, though. Oof. Wow, did he just do 3 damage to a Tiger 2? Is he HEing him? The thing about pressing multiple buttons, that was just you basically standing still. And me wondering why you were standing still. Let's see. You should have this with a bit of luck. Oof, nice. I think it's not entirely stupid. That would be a great shot if you actually win there, but he's not that stupid. I think he thought you fired rather than the T-29. That's probably that probably won you the game, to be honest. Still, it's a good game. The last bit actually made it fun. Cassie just said he's free to play. So how are you in the Gold Noob Association? No, but overall, this was a good game. You do need to take a bit more time for some of your shots and the adrenaline thing in the beginning, that kind of stuff. But overall, I mean, you're a totally OP player. I know that. Let's see. How long do we have left? 2 minutes. I'm not going to start another replay. I'm going to quickly do this to see who messaged me. Someone just messaged me about when we open up recruitment again. And that's all. The answer is probably never. We make some exceptions like for the clan, but overall, no, we're not looking to grow. I mean, the IS-5, it just looks really good. Where is it? I never drive. I mean, this camo, it does look really nice. Like, it shines a little bit, you know? That's why I like it. The reason, by the way... Well, that works even better. The reason, by the way, that I always pick this tank to spectate with is because a light tank always spawns in the medium spawn. Whereas if you pick a heavy, you will spawn on the heavy side. And that can mess up the spawnings for the teams. Because a spectator slot actually uses a proper spawn spot. Hey, Ollie! Oh god, yes, Spaghetti Tank is good. I adore the Spaghetti. Spaghetti 65 and Spaghetti 46 are literally my two favorite tanks in the game. I mean, you have to like auto reloaders, because that system, you have to work with it. And for me, it really works well. So yeah, I'm really liking that. So we're going to go to Vineyards next. And that will be the second match. Let's actually have a look at how the other teams have done. I used the Blitz Assistant app for that, which I can't show you on the stream. The reason I do that though is because it shows the bracket properly. So right now we have Sol versus Zenith, Drink versus Loka, IW versus Raid, Rackham versus Sia, Appa versus Rati, Kraken S versus EG, Pog versus BPS. Oh, that's 2 BPS. Oh yeah, and BPS versus Serenity. So that's going to be interesting because either it's going to be BPS versus BPS potentially. That would be awesome, to be honest. And after this, we will go up against the winner of IW versus Raid. So that's going to be interesting as well. So let's see. We have 3 minutes left. I'm just repositioning myself. Thing is that my body hurts 24/7, so sitting in the same position for a very long time is not a good thing. So let's see. Both teams already completely ready. We have just under 3 minutes left to go, so that's just like plenty and plenty of time. I kind of miss the music at this stage because I would be more comfortable letting a little bit of a pause fall. Oh, I'm loving the chat, to be honest. To be fair, there's always like a lot of mods on my chat, but that's mainly to do with the fact that I give mod to people that I trust, that know how I want to run my channel, so I know that I can trust them to basically take action. I don't really expect anyone to be like proper moderator, but it's more like I like that there are people there that can just like take action if need be. So let's see. Actually going to check out the BPS teams after this because I'm kind of curious who's in there and all. Just under 2 minutes left to go, and then we go into the second matchup. Dun 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 dun. And we see that they're now actually not sure what they're doing. Not sure they know what they're doing. They're going to the middle. Anyway, Sia is ready into T22 mediums, 3 E5s and 2 Kranwagens versus 2 E5s, or maybe not. I have a feeling they might be wondering how I got like double-sided spectator. But I'm streaming, that's the secret. Anyhow, we see Reckham taking 2 E5s, 2 IS4s, a Kranwagen, a T22 and a Vic. It's kind of like their general lineup seems to be. Sort of like a mixture of generally these things with a little bit of a difference in how many they take. Honestly, Cassie, you need to get more gold. I'm really bad at it, to be fair. I mean, I have like 50k gold on this account. And that's like my main account. It's my actual account. I like the idea of never having to street and never have to grind anything. And I love the idea of just being able to gold cruise and everything. Or just spend some gold on tanks as they come. Or crates or whatever. Just have fun with it. And skip battle pass stages so I don't need to worry about the missions. All of that. So let's see. Here we go. Second matchup. Honestly, don't know how to talk on on PC. I have no idea how. Oh well. Let's have a look. Here we go. Up, up and away. And we see Rackham going towards the base C side very heavily. With the T22 and a Kranwagen heading towards base B to cap and overlook. Whereas Sia is heading more towards the middle and around base A. Using an E5 to cap here rather than one of the Mets. They're pushing quite aggressively here. Lightning McQueen already taking a hit. But they're not like defenseless here. I think they'd hope to catch someone out here. But the only one that is there that they can shoot is Pampigula. E5s have been spotted. And there you go, shot into Lozen. And it's kind of given Reckham pause, like not like that. I don't think they're worried at all. They have 2 bases and an ever-growing advantage. But more like it's made them pull back and dig in a little bit. The thing is that they don't need to take any action. it is actually up to Sia to take action. And with the way that they're spread out now, they can't just take base B. So that's a no-no, but we see the T22s all the way at the back are going towards base C potentially to steal it back. I'm not sure if they'd get away with it though. And we have... Where are you? There you are. The E5 following behind, but it's going to take him quite a while to actually get there. Let's see. They're all nicely dug in, but the thing is that, like I said, Rackham has the upper hand here because of the fact that they have those two bases. And the T22s and the E5 are arriving together. E5 getting a speed boost back and using it. Let's see. And now the E5 has been spotted. And they are capping the base, but we're already at 800 points. So it might not even be enough. Aeon is pushing, not sure why. Because he's massively getting wrecked here. I think he wanted to take out the base cap, which didn't work. Lausen is getting massively focus fired. Aeon has been taken out. Lausen is taken out. And now we have base B being capped. If that actually works, Pambigula has been taken out. Then they will have the upper hand. Manga does not have the HP for that though. Base A is being stolen, which is a clever move. Monk has been taken out. Base B is still being contested. Noodles is very low on HP. Noodles is actually his name. Hall is being focus fired here, but there's so many guns and tanks in the way that it's kind of hard to basically make it happen. And now there's two. We have the T22 moving in, killing out, taking out Noodles. I'm just going to call him that really. Then we have the E5. Oh, that was an ammo rack. That might have changed all the things around. Lightning McQueen being taken out. Base C is being stolen. They need to get the bases and they need to get them fast, which is exactly what Synoxis is doing. Sia making a good show here and actually being pushed out of base B. He knows he needs to stay in there if they want this. They already have base C. T22 versus Vickers could go every which way. 930 points. This is going to be very tricky because T22 does not have enough HP for this. Wrong positive here. And if he dies, it will be pretty much over. 970 points. They might, if he survives, he takes him out, and that might be all the difference. 985 points. Base B has been taken. All he needs to do is not show himself, which is exactly what he's doing, and Rackham takes it home with that one kill, even though they did get an ammo rack, yeah? T22 going after the Viggies actually cost Sia the game. That was so close, though. What a game. I was actually scared that the AV3 was going to show himself there, because it kind of looked like he wanted to. In a regular battle, you might even have done that after the chime, but they... Very clever gameplay all around. So let's see, 1 minute and 15 seconds before we go into the second match of this best of 3. Again, that means that the pressure is now on Sia. They have to take it home. They have to win 2 in a row to take it, and Rackham just has to win 1. And this was very close. So that's going to be a very demoralizing game for them. For Sia, that is. So we have Sia now, it's probably S1A, but I'm just Sia, you know? And we see that there are 4 E5s now, 2 Kranwagens and a Bachat versus potentially 3 Kranwagens, an IS4, 2 T22s and an E5. So quite a different lineup here. Ooh, it's a mouse instead of another Kran. That's going to be interesting to watch, because a mouse on a map like this it can be a giant pro, but it can also be a giant weakness, because they will not be able to run around. So let's see. 14 seconds left to go before we go into the match. Countdown clock has begun. Let's see. Here we go. Tomorrow is Saturday, Mutsu, not Sunday, honestly. It's Friday right now. Well, to be fair, in your time zone it might not be. Oh well. And here we go. Rackham focusing on the base C side again. We have the Batchat going into base B as fast as he can. T-22's capping base A. And he should really not want to be there. Shinox is crossing over, taking a hit there as he does so. Base A, of course, having already been capped. This is quite tricky positioning. And we have the mouse slowly but surely heading towards the middle. Not actually going for base C though. We have the Batchat running around at the back. T-22s repositioning themselves. Overall, some shots being fired, but nothing really being done. No one, well actually, yeah, we have 2 heavies in the ruins. The mouse heading into the town. Getting spotted. And immediately getting shot. Oh, big hits there. Before capping the base. Batchat bounces, mouse misses. But there's a T-22 there as well, so he has to be careful. There's a red line that I can't really get over with the camera. AV3 not letting himself get trapped. Mouse taking it as he crosses over, but still alive. The Kranwagens repositioning themselves. Base C is being capped. Lausen not making a move. Kranwagens repositioning. And base C is Rackham's. And that kind of gives them an advantage here. Even though the mouse is technically their most unhealthy tank, he has not been taken out. And that means that Sia will have to do something at some point. Nox is in a position there that he can't really get out of, that he's pretty much stuck in, and that he has to be quite careful in. Bambigula losing a little bit of HP. Wrong positive as well. Lausen now arriving. And we're at 800 points. Basically, Sia has to take action. And that's the thing. They are going after wrong hole. They are focus firing. He is almost gone. And he has to be gone very quickly because Sinox is not looking too healthy either. And he does get another shot in before he's taken out though. Batchat has taken out the mouse. T-22 is chasing the Batchat there. That's not going to go very well for the Batchat probably. He's just running around, which is basically all he can do because it's a T-22. We have Panzerkampfwagen being chased here. Lausen being set upon. Lausen being taken out, and that wins the game for Rackham, and that means that Sia is knocked out here. This is the thing though, both these games were pretty close, and I think Sia could have taken it home had they played differently aggressively, not like more aggressively, but if Lauzen had actually moved into the city with the Batchet to take out the mouse, then they could have taken the base, and it could all have worked out very differently. Like, lots of people survived this. Rackham actually did less damage, but they took it home on points because they played Supremacy. And now we have 2 of these bloody notifications that we can't get rid of. Let's have a look. When is the next match? And that's against Raid with OP seeding, which is technically true because there's a lot of seeding abuse happening. And that's happening in 20 minutes. So that means I can show you a replay or 2 before then. And let's have a look. Let's show all these games, shall we? In the maid. So we have 1 BPS versus Serenity still. EG is through. We're still waiting on a few results though. Basically, in order to make it to the professionals, you have to consistently get into the top 8 on the second day of the tournament. So as long as you do that every single time, you should be in the top 8. Statistically speaking, that is. Well, not statistically. It's kind of like, then you should have enough cups. Of course, there are, like, if team becomes 9th and then becomes 1st, of course there's a possibility. But, like, top 8 every time is kind of like the goal. I love this camo. It looks really nice on this tank. Game has just begun. Toxicity already happening. Ollie spotting in a very odd way. He's a completely OP player though. And he shoots the bridge after long aiming. Let's see. More people being spotted. I mean, I know how this game is going to end, of course, because I've seen the screenshot. At the same time, I'm really wondering how to get from here to there right now. Because, Ollie, quite frankly, I don't understand what you're doing. You're playing weirdly. Not sure you know what you're doing either. Looking around a lot. Not sure who you were shooting there. There we go. Tiger one now next in line. He does have a friend though. You need 1 HP, honestly. There you go. Aiming not needed. Oh, he fixed. Again, aiming not needed. What is this hacks, Ollie? There you go. Yeah, I don't think he's going to survive. They all seem to be there, though. Are the rude guys more rude? Imagine that. Why do people have to be so rude, honestly? There you go. Where are you going? Yeah, that's what I thought. I really like that camo though. I mean, I've got the legendary camo, which I like more, but this does look really nice on the tank. Yeah, you need to go somewhere and shoot some people. There we go. And now the root guy is actually cheering him on. Ooh, that just sealed his fate. Dude, like people like that, they need to like banned. I mean, now he's playing all nice, but before he was basically talking about what he wanted to do to your mother, Ollie. But that was a lovely game, though. Very cheeky, very vague in the beginning, but lovely how it works. And a lovely, lovely res as well. I like it when you're more focused on the gameplay that you don't even realize that it is a res. So that was actually perfect. Love it. So let's see. We've got time for one more. Nah, I'm going to show off my own game. This is actually... I enriched this tank thinking that I played it like so much. I need to find out I only had like 15 games in it. The thing is, Ollie uses really nice camos. I mean, now here as well with Cantius, he's using like the paintball camo on the spaghetti. I do the same thing because it looks fantastic. Ah, the game with Ollie. He had just woken up. It was 6:30 a.m. for him. So at this stage, I'm really just still wondering what to do. We don't know where half their team is yet. I shoot the sand because I'm very pro. T49 is over there, actually getting in my way as I cap the base. It's always nice to cap a base. And that's the end of him. Base has been capped as well. Then we have the STA, and I decide just to go for him. Basically, Andy is losing a lot of HP very, very quickly. So I really just want to keep my teammate safe here. Because I kind of need him when people start dropping that fast. And I get a second kill. Then we have the Bulldog, who is chasing our little AMX. get a third kill. A little bit of hugging going on here. Friendly affection with teammates. To be fair, I have the same thing. Early in the morning, I get like my most epic aces, and it's kind of like driving on autopilot in this case really works. And the joy of auto reloads is that while you're driving, you are reloading. I mainly just do not want the Annihilator to shoot me. And this is the funniest thing, he just bounces. It's an Annihilator and I'm a Pantera. That should not happen. In this case, I decided to just go for it. I've got, like, I capped the base, and that's the thing to keep in mind here. Because overall, I've done very, very little. Andy has been taken out. I got some nice shots in overall. But still. This is what was, I thought that he would be moving. So I actually drove into him. Thing is, I want to cap the base, and at the same time, I want to stay out of reach of their guns and use the corpse here to our advantage. Because corpses are a really good thing. Then we have the ST driving around. And I kind of want to preserve my HP. Because the IS-6, it can be very tricky. As you can see, I should have just switched to Premax straight away, to be honest. That is what I usually do. Because again, I do no damage here, which is like very, very useless. And I decided to just again go for the corpse. Not sure what to do here. But in this case, I decided to take out the FT. And then I really just want to take him out. Ah, the AMAC, he's so nice though. I mean, this is one of those players, oh, can we keep him? That kind of thing. Now I switched to Premo because even though it costs more and he has less HP than I could do with my APC, with my AP, you just kind of want to make sure that you shot pants. But when you're shooting on the move, that doesn't always happen. So I'm actually noobing, and I get lucky here because had he reloaded and shot me, I would have been dead and I would have lost. 6 kills. Funny game overall with a very, very lovely AMX, even though he went GG at the end. Hey Darren. But yeah, overall, not too bad a game. It's kind of like a smooth game. It doesn't feel like an ace. It's the ace because I got supremacy. I got, like, look at that. I got 692 supremacy points and 6 kills. That is what got me the ace. It wasn't like an intense, super duper game. Like with the mate, that was way more tense. But it was a fun game all the same. So let's see. Room invite should be up in like 3 minutes. So let's have a look at who we have left. Oh, it's BPS versus Serenity. The other BPS got taken out. So we have this BPS left. To be fair, that's also a really good team. And the Megaputes got taken out. Boo. But let's see. These are the teams that we have left. Zenith got taken out. Basically, I think the teams to watch this season are pretty much Serenity and EG. Serenity has been very strong for a few seasons now. Lots of peepos though. Honestly. Why do people always take these strong names? And of course, EG is EG. But we do see some new fresh blood in there as well. But yeah, main BPS got taken out. Second BPS is still there. And we are following Reckham versus Raid next. So yeah, room invite should be up in like half a minute or so. And I need to remind Sirius to add me to with the right account. Thing is that I tend to like streaming from my press account because it means that they can that I don't get any messages and just can basically stream in peace. I also hate making people feel like I'm ignoring them, which I'm not. I'm just streaming in the tournament, so I don't look at teams and all. As in, don't look at messages and all. And to be fair, Custer just said, I still don't know how people play Supremacy and Random Star. I play Supremacy only. I do not like any other game mode. And as mainly to do with Supremacy, I feel that I can manipulate the battle a lot more. And to be fair, it's easier to manipulate the battle against someone like you, Kasu, because when you're not used to Supremacy or you don't like Supremacy, you don't play it as Supremacy. If you get like the early cap advantage, and you see the same with the match that recommend, well, some of the matches that recommend today, they play Supremacy, so you don't go for the damage, you don't go for the kills necessarily. I mean, it's great if you can, of course, but your main focus is get that point advantage. And on the other side, we see Fudget. If you haven't subbed to Fudget, definitely do, because he's fantastic and such a gent. Let's see. 3.5 minutes left to go before we go into the match, so that's plenty of time. We're going to go to Port Bay, so as we can see, there's a mouse there, and I would expect some, whatchamacallit, some other more heavy tanks than you would see on other maps. At the same time, we might even see the Kranwagen spam that Raid is famed to do. Not sure if they're doing that this season. To be fair, I have not kept up with the season aside from the drama and the seeding abuse in the tournament channel. The thing is that the seeding abuse is basically people use 100 win rate accounts, like they have one battle and 100% win rate, to basically abuse the seeding to get put against the worst teams. Because it's kind of like a best versus worst thing, which means that basically the best team statistically goes against the worst team statistically to basically allow for the strongest clans to meet each other later on rather than early on, which on its own is a good thing. But because the win rate isn't weighted, which means that every battle counts, they basically just look at account win rates. So 100% win rate really rigs the seeding system basically. So I really dislike that. I'm still like not surprised that people use it, because in this case you kind of, at some point wargaming kind of forces you to join in with it, because if you want proper seeding, you kind of have to have a 100% win rate. I mean, there's a lot of OP players out there with OP stats, but if you have people, like earlier matches, you would have top 8 teams meeting each other before the top 8 of this tour, so to speak. And that can happen if there's like a top 10 that's like really epic. But when most of that has happened due to basically seeding abuse, that is not okay. Like, for instance, just going to have a look. Appa is currently using a team with 2 100% win rate account, which means they've got like much easier seeding. They did get taken out though by Rati. Rati also took out a field tonight, so they've been pretty epic. But Rati is now against Field. But that being said, we are now in the top 8 for this night, so that's generally a good thing. Oh, I need to check in a bit after this game how many supremacy points I've got in total, but I think the game counts that, because there's like rewards for it, or medals or some such. But I'll do that after Kasu. But anyway, yeah, just like the seeding abuse is just everyone had hoped that Wargaming would have a new seeding system in place, that it wouldn't be valuable to do that anymore, or that they would at least put rules in place that wouldn't allow it anymore. But Wargaming has done neither, and that's just honestly very, very disappointing. 19 seconds left to go before we go into the game, and we see Reckham with 2 Kranwagens, a mouse, 2 E5s, a T22 and an IS4 versus 2 T22s, 2 Kranwagens, 2 E5s and an IS7. Don't see many IS7s these days, so that's interesting. And let's have a look. Here we go. And up and away. KY, by the way, is hi in Russian. So it's not the kill yourself that people tend to say in this game as well, which is like really, really awful. Reckham is all focusing on the C side, whereas Raid is much more spread out and we only see the T22s here. They're going to have a bit of a pickle here, because they are spotting people coming over. They know that they're not alone and they kind of probably just don't want to be there, which is exactly what they're deciding. Raid is relocating. The T22s have been spotted. Shots are happening, but no damage is done. And oof, no, OG does take a shot in the end, but overall they got away unscathed. We have Raid now taking base A and taking base B, which means that Reckham will have the point disadvantage here and will have to make a move at some point. And basically Raid will have to hold. Timon is in a position that I don't envy him for. It's a very tough position to be in, and lots of shots being able to be put in from multiple sides, even though there are no campers right now. All of Reckham is here. Let's see. Raid repositioning themselves a little bit. IS7 all the way in the corner. Not sure what he's doing there or why he's there. Wrong positive having been spotted. Raid not really taking the bait and shooting him. Oh, there you go. Anya getting a little bit of a shot in there. And we have Reckham mainly rotating back towards the spawn, probably assuming that people would be there. Timon has been spotted. And we're basically just like, oof, Timon getting hit there. And we have Reckham now making a move, ready to take base B and base A. Panzerwagen and Aeon have been spotted though. And immediately there's a decap shot happening on base A, but there's 2 tanks there. And more arriving. So Raid is in a bit of a pickle now. They will have to make a move. T22s are going after wrong positive. Reckham is pushing in as well. Base B is being taken. Reckham pushing aggressively here. Timon the preferred target. Wrong positive has been taken out. Base B does keep getting reset. Base C has been taken. Base A is being kept. Face hugging up and Timon is taken out. And base B and C are both still Raid. We are at 915 points, 920, going up fast. Gun-wise, Raid has an advantage. They don't mind if they keep base A. They can have it. They just need one more kill, which they get, and the first game is for Raid. Very patiently played game. I really like that. So I'm a fan of that. I like when a game is like tactically sound, and in this case Reckham's move was solid, but then they kind of like split up too much and didn't really go after a particular target, and I think that is what cost him this game. I mean, look at the damage difference between the two teams. Raid was very patient here, just letting make Rackham all the mistakes. Also, like Casa just said, I get the point and all, but in my opinion, Supremacy is more team-based game than Encounter, and Venoms are not really team-based, to be fair. Easy to carry into Encounter and just farm. That is exactly what I disagree with, though, because I find that it's easier to manipulate the battle in Supremacy than it is in Encounter. In Encounter, if your team vanishes, there's nothing you can do. If you play Supremacy smartly, even when your team vanishes, you will still have the advantage, and that allows you to win after all. It puts a different kind of pressure on the game. 40 seconds left to go before we go into the second match of this best of 3. Rackham now having taken 1 Kranwagen, a 215B, 2 IS4s, 2 T22 mediums and a mouse, versus 2 T22 mediums, 2 Kranwagens, an IS7 and 2 E5s. And it worked well for them last time, so why not do that again? Let's see. Countdown clock beginning. Overall, everything seems to be healthy. YouTube holding. OBS holding. The game so far holding. And here we go. I really, really, really want the Octopus X camouflage. I'm not sure I'm pro enough to get it though. Let's see. Rackham heading towards a bit of every base, but mainly base A. Pigula and Positive, and Wrong Hole at the back there. Raid entirely heading towards base C. Kind of a reverse move of what we saw before. Positive there to spot. Hole there to cap. Or to shoot anyone that caps. I think this is the thing. The spot where Naro is now is very hard to decap even from that spot. So they are capping together. Oof, that got him spotted. And got him hit badly there. That's a lot of hits. And another one, and another one. I think they're perma-tracking him. Yeah, he is. Now he can go. But he lost most of his health there. We have his full holding. Both teams haven't taken the base. The mouse heading towards base B. Shots happening now are taking a little bit of damage there. This is always a tricky position to be in because there's so many positions you can get shot from. Bristle also taking a little bit of damage there. The mouse being set up on in base B now. Blue looking to damage him further, which is working. They might still cap the base, but they're losing a lot of HP for it. Ooh, that not penning is actually letting them get the base. That was 2 bounces that were pretty vital for Rackham. Hall has been taken out by Sick. Oh god, the puns that you can do with those names. Positive moving in. Naro. Pigula is basically being set up on here. Timon face-hugging the IS-4 is actually keeping Drizzle from shooting him. Pigula taking out. Positive is next in line for raid. And they're driving into base B while they're at it. He will get reset, but that's okay. That shot missing though by Sig. That's gotta be server issue. I mean, he's standing right there. That's... wow. OG being taken out, but base B has been kept. It is 5 versus 4. One of them is a mouse though, but there's a Kranwagen behind him. And that's not going to make it easy for the mouse. They decide to go after the FE first though. Blue driving into buildings, the mouse has been taken out. Lightning McQueen set on fire there. And there we go. Blue still alive. T-22s are the last one left. They do take out Blue. Panzerkampfwagen. They could potentially... Oof, that's destroyed. They could still take out Drizzle, but it's definitely Raid's game. And there he goes. Drizzle actually takes him out instead. That was brutal, to be honest. Raid is definitely back in shape this season, and it's a pleasure to see. It's even taking ages to just switch over tabs. Oh my god. 4-minute game, thereabouts. Naro doing very good business here. But that's just like... It was such a steady game. Both these games were so steady from Raid. And I'm not saying I'm not used to that for them, but it's more like their old form again. Because in winter season, I kind of missed it. And this is more like the Raid we know and love. We don't know if any of the streamers this season will have rewards, by the way. Wargaming hasn't said. And I'm like, eh. Let's check this out first. When is our next match? Raid with the OP seeding versus... Oh, that's a pleasure. Versus Loka. But that was also a quick matchup then. For Loka. Versus Sol. But to be fair, on the other side we have BPS versus Serenity and Raity versus Aegis. That's epic as well. Let's see. 36. It means that we have 20 minutes. I said that I would go and look at that reward. I think it's this one that I need to watch. This is what I meant, Kasu. This one, for the number of victory points earned in Supremacy, I'm at 2.1 million right now. And I don't even have that many, as in I don't play that much. This is also one I'm very proud of. Because I have been in the finals, not as commentator, but as player. The very, very first one. I got this one, like, for the same reasons. This one as well. The very first season. Oof. But yeah, this is the one that I meant. 2.1 million Supremacy points earned. So far. And overall, I mean, I have like 39k battles, but I don't play nearly as often anymore as I used to. Let's see. I still have some games to show you. Let's go for the STI game. Kasu hates the tank, so I'm kind of curious to see how that one went. And in the meantime, I'm taking another throat up. The thing is that when I talk a lot, my throat gets really dry and then I start to cough a lot. So I'm just like always eating cough drops when I'm streaming. I've got this little bowl standing next to me. Let's see. I don't like this camo. I mean, STA is a hard one to camo because you have these really obvious edges on the tanks. And that just doesn't work well with the camo. So let's see. Thing is that I'm so used to Supremacy that I'm just like, oh, he's going to base B. I'm like, no, he isn't. Never mind. Bottom tier though, so that's tricky. Another STI. which does pen him when he doesn't pen the STI. There's a Yege coming. You do not want to get shot by the Yege. Slowly but surely whittling away their HP. Oof, nice little fire, even though it didn't stick. I kind of like the STI though. I mean, it's not like an OP tank in any way, but it's just like, it's a nice tank. I aced it on my very first battle, stock. Also, mainly because of supremacy. I got like 700 supremacy points or something that game. It's easier to do higher damage games though, but at the same time with the supremacy points it's easier to get aces in supremacy. Yeah, he wants you now. AMX 50B coming around. He has a friend though. Because he does. And there's more damage to be had here. Mouse has been taken out. That's always a good thing. This is basically why I love and hate the AMX. Because it's just so easy to shoot in the face. And that's the end of him. 4.8k damage. Not sure he's going to get another shot in. There you go, nice. Just under 5k, but overall, really nice game. You're just seeing the result of the thingy. 1529 base XP, 3 kills. Nice game. Okay, and because Yusuf is here, I'm going to show his very epic Stug replay. Because reasons. I think the Gup Collector medal I'll check after this game actually. I think that's just having all the Gup tanks. But yeah, I tend to focus on supremacy points, like especially early on in the game. I tend to just go cap bases. I'm just repositioning myself again. Getting my microphone a little bit closer so that you can still hear me. Stug was my first tier 5 tank. I got a Raider medal and I was so proud of it. I also got a Kolobenov medal with, I'm not sure if I got it with the Raider, but I got a Kolobenov medal by capping the base, and just as it hit like 99, my last teammate died. And that is how I got the Kolobenov. And I was like, oh, well, I was so impressed. I did not understand the game at all. 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% I'm not even forced yet, to be honest. I just decided to show it now, Yusuf. No idea where that shot went. There you go. I think he's getting some nice assisted damage here, though. And there you go. Breaking your tracks almost. Oof. It's like a proper potato game, this, though. No, don't focus on the head, so you have much easier targets down below, but never mind. Nice. I'm going after the solo T1 heavy there. Possibly. Which is the T25 that's going to drive into your range. Oof. I think Panzerhans is not too happy. Not sure though. This is really a steel clubbing game, not gonna lie, Yusuf. It really is. Not necessarily a bad thing, by all means, always play whatever you're in the mood for. It's just funny. Let's see. Nice tracking shots. You can take the shot though. In this case, I would have just gone. Because more damage. Wow, Black Prince that camped all the way at the back for pretty much all of the battle. Haha, loser. Special. I didn't actually check the slow-mo before the game for the stream. Didn't know it was there. Probably just didn't take it off since last time. Cheeky little game though, Yusuf. Let's see, did we have like... Yeah, we're waiting for the fourth one. Yeah, 4 minutes. I'm not going to show you another replay. I was going to check something. Oh, the Cup Collector medal. Wait, how many races? I got 20 races. That's not too bad. It's not epic, but it's not too bad. The Cup Collector. This is the Cup Collector. I actually had to have it before the end of the event. I don't even remember where I got this one from. Oh my god. I got that one. I didn't get the other one though. The avatar at all. Oh, that was also one, yeah. During the event you had to get them. You don't really get them like that anymore. That was also cute. And that's the one that goes with it. These are like the cumulative thing, the expert. I mean, I got all grindable tanks, so that means that works. Oh, that's like destroying them. This is the collector one, the technical engineer ones. This is the Destroyers one, yeah. I like this one though. Basically, I'm just like looking at this to pass the time. I generally don't really care about kills. This is also one. Witness an enemy vehicle being hit and destroyed by another enemy team player. You must be within 10 meters of the enemy vehicle at the moment of its destruction. This was, at the time, I think it was only possible to get this through friendly fire, which was later on like taken out of the game. But I got this one driving in my E3 when a 704 HE'd himself to death against me, and it counted as lucky. This one is also fun. Survive 5 battles in a row without taking any damage. I was not camping, but I was still clubbing. I didn't even know I was getting it. Until I suddenly had it. I was like, oh, okay. It was before replays, so I couldn't actually show it. Before I even recorded things at all, to be honest. Let's see. Where's my raiders? There, I got 4 raider medals. 23 snipers, I hate every single one of them. But yeah, overall not too bad. I mean, it looks like I had like really low ace count for the amount of games that I had. Thing is that it only started counting years after I started playing, which is useless. I'm actually going to check a message real quick. No, never mind. And the other one are just friend requests, so that's fine. So, room invite should be... Oh god, just... I can't stand this. Come on. Oh, there we go. Never mind this then. Here we go. Raid versus Loka. Battle of the Titans. And on the other side, we have EG versus BPS. BPS, like the second team of BPS. Well, it's not like second. It's a different team. It's not counting as second, like. They beat Serenity. So it's BPS versus EG and Loka versus Raid. Let's actually just ready up so that I can't forget that. Let's have a look. Four minutes before the game starts on Rockfield. Plenty of time. Fujit isn't even here yet, but he will be. No rush whatsoever. I'm actually proud of BPS here. BPS, like, I really like them. They're really friendly people. So while we're here, let's just mark all of them as red. I wish this was just like, mark this as red button, because this is really annoying. I don't generally come onto this account with my, on PC. There we go. And last but not least, there we go. My OCD does not like notifications. So I mean, I can take it if it's a friend request. I'll look at that later. But this is different. Three minutes left to go. There is Fujit. Both teams are completely here, but not readied up yet. Plenty of time for that as well. This is why I generally like having a little bit of music. Just makes it easier. Ooh, an AMX 54. Don't see that very often. Will be interesting to see what Raid does with that. Thing is, we're now in the top 4, so the pressure is basically off. And that's the thing with this. I wouldn't expect Loka or Raid or EG to feel especially pressured here to do well. I think this would be the breeding ground for just trying out new things and not taking it too seriously and all. Just checking to make sure that everything is shown on the screen like normal. YouTube is still liking the stream as well. Let's see. Both teams now completely ready with 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go. Raid taking 2 E5s, 2 IS4s, a Vickers, a 54 and a Kranwagen versus a Vickers, 4 E5s and 2 Kranwagens. That's a very E5-ish lineup, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, E5 is one of the best meta things currently, mainly because of the provisions and the consumables that it has, which allows it to be very, very versatile. What are you apologizing for, Mutsu? You did nothing wrong. Cassie's probably going to get more tea. The guy's a tea addict, really. Let's see. "40 seconds. Ute also there. Raid not using any spectators. The thing is that I think that is more clever. In a way, spectators, yes, it allows for more. But later on in the professionals, you can't use them. So if you're counting on them or getting advice from them, that's not a good thing. Let's see. Here we go. Into the fourth matchup of this evening. Not gonna lie, this does look really, really good. To be fair, your name deserves to be banned. Disgusting. Why are people so afraid of people that are gay? Why do people have to be so homophobic? So yeah, we have Raid spreading out a little bit more towards the A side, Loka more towards the C side, Rizzle in the middle, playing pretty aggressively, but if he gets that base, that's a massive advantage for Raid. Because that's a hard base to get later on. Shots are happening. Base A is being kept, base B has been kept. Loka is taking base C. Let's see. Because now Raid is basically at liberty to just hold. The thing is that they have to overlook base B, and that can be tricky. Because they will have to hold it. Loka repositioning themselves a little bit. We have Vano over there, holding. Joined by he who must not be named, with a disgusting homophobic name. The Kranwagens holding in the middle. Fox over here. Basically everyone's just content to hold. But it will be up to Loka to make a move here. And we see them rotating, the E5s all joining together to potentially push and try to take out the tank or to grab base A. They get spotted immediately as they start pushing though. And that allows blue to... Oof. Yazio taking big hits. They are using sandbag. But they're still getting a lot of HP being taken from them. Base A is being kept. Raid is moving in. Taking out Yazio very, very brutally. And now focus firing on the other guy. That deserves what's coming to him. Vano leaving the base there. Timon moving in. Unif Josh has been taken out. Drizzle gets taken out. Playmaker is almost gone. And he gets taken out. 910 points for raid. And a lot more guns for raid as well. They are capping the base. They don't really need to focus on it that much. Because they're already at 940 points. And we have Anya moving in to go after the Phoenix. Naro has been taken out. But again, still way too many guns. There we go. And another one goes down. And now there's only the Vickers. But the game is over and the raid has the first match. Very brutal game here. Yazio not even getting a shot in here before he was absolutely hammered. 3.5 minutes. But again, I am saying this again because it is top 4. I wouldn't expect any of these teams to play this very, very seriously. 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go before we go into the game. And then we'll see what's going to happen next. Raid is ready with 2 E5s, 2 IS4s, a Vickers, an AMX-54 and a Kranwagen. Versus a Vickers, 4 E5s and 2 Kranwagens. Let's see. 48 seconds left to go. Just honestly, I don't get people taking certain names. If you're that unaccepting in this day and age, you need to question some things, I think. "15 seconds left to go. Second match on Rockfield. And here we go. If the game loads me in. There we go. Oh, they took him out. Seriously, I would love this camo, honestly. Not pro enough for that though. So I never will. Let's have a look. Raid focusing heavily on the base A side again. Loka this time not abandoning it, but basically being closer to it. Not going to cap it either though. Base C is being taken. C is actually the Dutch version of C. Drizzle again going into the middle. But he might not get away with it this time because we have a full health Kranwagen there with 3 shots. Who then misses. That's a very expensive miss, because even if he does damage now, the base has been kept. The thing is that Drizzle is now in a very difficult position. We have Raid pushing on someone and Playmaker in the back. But Drizzle is being set up on as well, and he can't really get out of there. He's going to be obliterated here, especially with the rest of Loka, sorry, moving in. Drizzle has been taken out, someone has been taken out, base B is being stolen, base A has not been capped. Playmaker is running off, Sick is looking very unhealthy. Loka playing this very aggressively in response to Raid's aggression, to be honest. Oof, Playmaker getting absolutely obliterated there. Both teams have lost 2 guns. HP advantage is slightly in Loka's favor. But more importantly, they have a 2 base advantage. That is going to be a 3 base advantage. Ute has been left behind though. And that can be dangerous. Base C is being kept. And blue has to be careful that it's not called out. Basically, Raid will have to take action here. OG looking very low on HP. Very dangerous for him to peek out like this. Because they will need every point that they can get. Phoenix is going to use that. He loses quite a bit of HP, but he takes out the AMX. Loka definitely having the upper hand here. 4 guns versus 4 guns, but 840 points. And that is 3 guns gone in a split second. Wow. Loka definitely taking it back here. Winning on points with 1 tank left behind. Let's see. Damage-wise, that was pretty close together. Less than 1k between them. But I think in this case, Raid pushing up top allowed their guns to be taken out first, which basically gave Loka a gun advantage throughout the game, like slowly but surely. Wow. Oof, that's a very different lineup though. May in Ruins and Raid is taking a T22, an E5, an IS4, 3 E100s, and an AMX 50B. That can be very, very tricky. If they land all the shots, that can be devastating as well. But it can be devastating to them as well. The thing is, Kasu, with this game, the amount of homophobia in this game is really bad. And unless someone is openly gay, and I mean like actually gay, and not just being assaulted of being it, then that name is very toxic. And I know, well, basically quite a few people in this game that are gay, but that will never come out publicly because of the toxicity. Gay is used as an insult left and right. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Love whoever you want, just don't expect me to do the same, that's all. So yeah, I'm very much against someone with a name like that. Because that's just like, it opens the door for more intolerance. Because it's all very funny, but it's really not funny. So yeah, that is what is wrong with that name. So let's see. Tiebreaker. The first tiebreaker of the evening. And here we go. Up and away. This is like, it's a hell of a map to stream because you can't get stuck against the building so easily. We have Raid focusing on the A-B side mostly with their lineup. Loka doing the same thing, but sending Fox towards base C. A and C pretty much being kept at the same time. Drizzle getting spotted as he arrives near base B, not going in it. Basically just hold downing, not wanting to get shot there. E100s are being spotted there. Drizzle now moving in, taking a shot as he goes, but it might be worth it for the advantage that they can potentially get. The E100s losing HP here. Drizzle losing a little bit of HP as well. The base cannon reset. Taking too much of a chance there. There was no reason for him to do that. Big hits happening into Raid now. But they will kind of have to work closely together in order to make this work with those giant guns. And this is why I generally dislike the E100s. It's because they're just so premafiable. E100's pulling back. Big hit there though. Vano potentially in trouble. Playmaker taking a bit of a hit, but Sick taking way more of a hit. They're shooting different targets though. That is dangerous, especially when you have a reload this long. He needs to shoot that Kranwagen. There we go. Sick is not going to survive another reload. He's hiding well. And he might survive. There you go. Currently Raid has 2 bases, but they have a big gun disadvantage here. Vano has been taken out. They're going after someone. Timon has been taken out. This is a very tricky game. Very big guns. Playmaker losing loads of HP here. Drizzle versus the E5 at the back. And they're taking base 8 back. This seems to be Raid's game, judging by guns and HP and everything. Oh! That was absolutely brutal. So this is definitely Raid's game. Drizzle may not make it, probably won't. But they're still at 960 points. They have 2 more guns, and most of them are in pretty good HP. They survive, but Raid has the game and the tiebreaker, and are through to the finals. Whereas Loka is dropping down to the 3rd place match. There's actually a woodpecker sound now. I'm going to have to look for it. I didn't think the 3 E100s would actually work, to be honest. Especially since they weren't focus firing for quite a while. But it worked. As said though, at this stage I don't expect teams to be taking it all too seriously. So that is the 4th matchup of this evening. Let's have a look at what's happening. Ooh, we got Raid versus EG. That's going to be absolutely lovely to watch. At 9:08, so that's in 14 minutes, thereabouts. And BPS made it through as well. Like, they're a good and proper team. Oh no, no, of course, it's the 3rd place. They didn't make it through. They're through to the 3rd place match days. But overall, top 4 is good. When you're trying to get to the top, when you're trying to get to the professionals, top 4 is good. Yeah, of course, the 3rd place match is already beginning, of course. That's always earlier. Let's have a look. I've still got 1 replay for you guys. Actually, technically I have more. But I'm not sure I want to show those yet. Because technically they weren't meant for streams, but they're just in my replay channel. If you want me to show your replay, by the way, on stream, just join my server. I've got a channel there that's saying spring season replays. Post them there. I only accept aces tier 7 and higher. You're very right, Mutsu. 3 creepers versus 3 E100s. What could go wrong? Kasu driving is uncamoed T54 again in non-supremacy. see. I haven't seen EG play yet though, but if they're in any way the shape that they were in autumn season and winter season, then oh my god, that's gonna be a joy to watch. Oof, he's getting obliterated. They do have campers though behind. No sniper mode, no pen. He has to be careful of the campers though, which he kind of isn't. Let's see. Oh, hello. Suddenly a wild 704 appeared. No, not with it. Wait, what? And that's the end of the BTA. And now I can just go around to kill him off. Aw, that salute though. I can't believe one of them missed and the other one bounced. That's special, not gonna lie. The joy of randoms. Oof, nice fire to boot. I love it when they're like not paying attention to you. Those are the games that are just aces in the making, really. Use Pramo, Kasu. Just use Pramo. He is spending it every single shot, though. I have to give him credit for that. And then he doesn't. I jinxed it. I'm sorry. I really did jinx it all. There you go. 5 kills, 4.9k damage. No, I agree with the 704. GG is something you can say to your own team, but do not say to the enemy team, honestly. Losing a little bit of credits there. But overall, really nice game. 1597 base XP. That's lovely. Well played, Kasu. Hey, Osh. Hope you're doing well. So let's see, what do we have next? Well, we know what we have next. How long do we have left? Let's put it that way. Yeah, 8 minutes. Can't show you another replay. I'm actually going to... I mean, look at that. I really like that camo, though. Can I just, like, show it off? Like, that looks really nice. It's, like, a bit weathered. But it's got, like, little wavy patterns. And there's a dragon here. And a cow there. Another dragon. The wagon. And, like, floral patterns here. I really like this. But not gonna lie. With the camo that... oh god, the notifications. This one, it does look really, really nice on it. I mean, I'm not switching. Why is there no camo in this tank? Ammo in this tank. Yeah, that should do. Don't know, but hey, there you go. Now it's properly equipped. But I really do like it. It's a light tank. I can actually take it in battle. But I always feel that Twister is kind of more this. Because like this is literally Twister camo and all. So let's see. Plenty of time left. Actually, we have like 3 minutes, about almost 4 minutes left to go. I have honestly no idea what to talk about at this stage. We can look at what is in the shop actually. Scorpion G is lovely, but it's great, so it's gambling. STG I really like. It's a quirky tank though. You either love it or you hate it. It's not great. It can do really nice things. During testing, I once won a 1 versus 6 in it because I played Supremacy. It had nothing to do with the tank, mainly just with me capping bases. And I just hate that I can never show that game on YouTube. Then we have the T-54 first prototype, which is lovely. It's like, it's not really special, but it's lovely. And the Lorraine, which isn't a bad tank either, but it's not great. It's just pretty much everything in the shop is like, it's nice, but it's not great, you know? Like with the Scorpion, I really like the tank, but anyone that sneezes on you will basically kill you. This one, OP, reload, but just not that fun to drive. Sentinel is meh. Still meh. These are pretty fun, not gonna lie, but it is a very low drop distance of only 5%. Not really else to say. This is what you can get with the tournament coins. Again, it's not a bad deal, to be honest. 14.9, okay. Oh, 2.9 certificate. That's actually really nice. But yeah. Then we have the bundles, more crates. Kanonen is... Again, it's one of those tanks that the reload is great. It has no armor. So as long as people don't shoot you, you will do great. But yeah. And then we have the A32, which is, it's nice if you like seal clubbing, just general stuff. Just, even this is boring to do, really. What else have we got? Do I still need to do missions? Yeah, I still need to do my clan missions. Pretty much, I never care if we get everything. I just want this camo. That's it. There we go. Pick the... There we go, that's the right one. And now we got to see EG. I mean, EG versus Raid. It's lovely. Oh, T-54 used to be the most OP tank in Tier 9 ever. And basically, the Russian mediums pretty much dominated everything. If you had it, you pretty much like the T-22 now. You were just bound to, well, very likely to win. And that's different now. It's not nearly as competitive anymore. There's way more tanks overall, but there's also way more better tanks. 4 minutes left to go before we go into the finals for today. My mouse is giving me a waiting icon. That's generally not a good thing. Let's see. What gun do you use, by the way, Kasu, on the T54? I always use the gun with the more pen. Not sure which one that is or how much pen it has. And we're going to Normandy. I like Normandy as a map. It is a bit of a pain to stream because the explosions in the air can happen right in front of your camera. But other than that, it is a lovely map. It's one of the largest maps that we have, and that's one of the reasons that I like it. Same reason I like Canal. It just makes tanks... It makes playing tanks more fun. Raid is not all here yet. But they've still got like 3 minutes. Oh god, Kasu. Kasu just said he doesn't run calibrated. I run calibrated on everything. It's basically a matter of personal taste whether you want rammer or calibrated. For me, calibrated works better on every single tank that I have. Because basically you can... how do I word this right? I can't brain much today, so I just keep getting confused with my words. That's actually a symptom of one of the diseases that I've got. It's verbal confusion, so I keep mixing up words. So I have to really think about what I'm saying, which is really annoying. But yeah, with the calibrated shells, I feel that I need to aim less before I shoot. I need to use less primer, so I do more damage. I also need to take less risk before I shoot. So I preserve more HP, and I end up doing more damage. So that for me is reason to take calibrated in every single tank. Even the large calibers, because then you also have more HE pen and everything. So yeah. Anyway, 1 minute 50 seconds left to go before we go into the game. Oh god, FCM. When it first got into the game, the FCM was good. It wasn't like epic, but it was good. And nowadays, it's really, really not. Unless it's like in a very pro player's hand, but then still. Anyhow, 1 minute, 50 seconds left to go. We have Raid and EG. Well, EG is completely ready. Raid now as well, taking... 1, 2, 3 E5s, 2 Kranwagens, a Leo, and an AMX-50B versus 2 Kranwagens, 4 E5s, and a Leo. So that's 2 Leos. You don't see them very often, and I do admit they can work Normandy very, very well. I do still think it's kind of tricky to take them in a tournament match because they also die very easily. And that being said, one of the E5s has just become an IS-4. But that being said, the Leos, I think it's mainly the spawning range, the mobility, and the laser accuracy. You can use them as campers well. I mean, not in normal battles, don't ever do that. But in a tournament battle, when your team knows what you're doing and you're supposed to do it, it's different. 20 seconds left to go before we go into the first match of the finals for today. This has been a very long stream already, to be honest. And here we go. Oh, it's just that I prefer the SU-130. I think is it SU-130 or the SU-130 PM? Or is it the EC-130? It's just give tanks normal names, really. I like the PM better, that too. Than the Scorp, I mean. More enjoyable to drive. And here we go, high in the sky. Raid focusing on base B and C. And the Leo indeed taking a camping position. Winch on the other hand going for a early cap. I mean, I think everyone expected people to be there. Naro taking a shot there. Let's see. Wind's now relocating. So is Raid though. Shots being fired but doing no damage yet. Except for that one shot on Naro before. Anya and Romka sizing each other up. Winch now at the back. Basically, Leos have now sort of like mirror positions here. Both with camping function. Again, do not do this in encounter battles. Well, when it's tournament, it's different. Because you have a team. And you're working as a team and you're playing as a team. Raid. Making a move. Getting spotted by Last though. That shot not panning out, but that one does. And that one does too. But now they also know where the AMX is. Purple, using a rock to side scrape, still unspotted. Last getting shot at, but not panning. They think he's still in the bush, but he relocated. Let's see. They've also deduced where Winch is. Or that there's someone in that position in any case. Naro looking over, wanting to get some shots in potentially. Let's see. Not much happening overall though. Pretty much both sides biding their time. EG has a bit of an advantage here. And this is basically also the thing to remember, because these teams can play very, very patiently. Which is a good thing, because that has brought them very far in the past, and EG is at a level that we don't often see. Anya doing 2 damage, but hey, it resets the base. It forces a reaction from Raid though. And I think that is what EG was hoping for. Possibly. AMX going after purple. But Sick losing more HP than he takes here. That last shot not pinning is actually a good thing. Base A is now being taken. Both teams are pretty split here. Base A not being taken anymore. Toby and Orca going after blue here. Sick being set upon heavily. Because that's the thing, in AMX is pretty juicy. And he gets taken out. Blue being focused on as well. And taken out as well. Raid is responding, wanting to help their teammates. Last AFK is not looking too healthy. And he might still die. Winch arriving now. Last is not going to make it. No, he might actually. And let's see. There goes Drizzle. And now we have the last 3 guns of Raid in the middle here. Anya. It's not a 7-0. Toby gets taken out. Last gets taken out after all. But with so many very healthy tanks left, OG is taken out. And Naro is the last one alive. Ooh, thank you, Kasu. Winch takes out Naro. Look at that pretty camo though. Lots of people here in this team that have it. Please wait. It would help if I actually get a screen then, though. There we go. Stop synchronizing my store, honestly. Apparently there's 2 patches out, by the way, at least for iOS and Android. There we go. Look at the difference in damage, though. This was so patiently played by EG, and then that cap on base A basically forced... Well, they didn't force right hand, but it got the reaction that EG wanted from them. No, it's going to turn blue in a month, though. The ladybug next to your name. 42 seconds left to go before we go into the second match of this best of 3. Pressure is on Raid now. And we see Raid taking no less than 4 E5s, 2 Kranwagens and a Leo. Versus 2 Kranwagens, 4 E5s and a Leo. This is mirror lineup. That's interesting to see, to be honest. Excuse me. Let's have a look. 15 seconds left to go. And then we see either Raid making a comeback or the last match of this evening. And here we go. That's a lot of E5s though. Gotta be fun when you see that the enemy is taking the exact same lineup as you are. And except for the Leos, they even have the same, well, not necessarily the same camos, but the same names. This camo also looks really nice on the Kran. But just, it's not the neat hook, so I kind of need the neat hook. And let's see what's going to happen with this lineup. Again, we see a middle and base close to the spawn movement on both sides. Wind's going for the cap again. Both capping with 2 tanks. 3 now even. And EG has a slight point advantage. Not a big one, but a slight one. Toby peeking. Loka spotting them as Raid is taking base A. EG relocating. They're taking blind shots into where Winch wasn't at. Now he is though. Ooh, he gets spotted for it. They must have been confused because he was there but it didn't bounce on him. And we have EG taking position in the middle. Having a look where everyone is at. Hollow purple crossing over. They're doing a similar thing as before. They're sort of flank. Oof, that's a big hit. Into Ahmed. Ahmed losing a lot of HP doing that. And they're kind of inviting Ray to a brawl now. And it will be about the focus fire. Ahmed is taken out quite early though. I think there was an ammo rack in the end. Or he just had very little HP left. Toby, not looking too healthy, gets taken out as well. This is a push that did not really go as intended for EG. Loka taking a bit of it as well. Base D is being kept, but at this stage I'm not sure it's going to matter. Hollow purple has been taken out. Loka is in an awful position there. 6 still gets shots in. EG has lost 3 guns. We have OG losing HP. Timon. Loka has been taken out. It is 6 versus 3. There's so many low HP targets on right side though. And that here is a very important thing to note. Because that is how Raid is winning this game. Keeping their guns alive. Take out the guns and even one member with a lot of HP won't be able to take you out. If he was a fully loaded Kranwagen, there might be a little bit of a chance for him. But even then, look at the HP left. It's just not gonna happen. And there he goes. And Raid gets second battle. And we get another tiebreaker. And there you go. That's a bit faster than it used to be. It was relatively close, but in this case, Raid had their tanks spread out in the right way, as in they didn't make it easy for EG to take the shots. That meant that EG was taking shots, but they couldn't take out the guns. And that made all the difference in this game. Literally, there were so many low HP targets on Raid's side. And they got away with it because of that, because they just had more guns. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go before we go into the last match of this evening. I'm going to Port Bay. And we see Raid taking 2 T-22s, 2 Kranwagens, 2 E5s and an IS-7. Versus 2 Kranwagens, 3 E5s and 2 T-22s. Unless Loka... No, he takes an IS-4 now. Overall, very similar lineups. The only difference is that Raid is taking IS-7 and EG is taking IS-4. So let's have a look. In 30 seconds. Again, I did say before like the pressure is on, but it's kind of not. Because this is the finals. These two will get the most cups for the evening. It kind of makes it easier later on, but there's no actual pressure on this one. Because you know you will get the cups that you need to make it into the top 8, as long as you get consistent top 8 results. The Leo is like, this is one of the things, in random battles, I would totally agree with you. The Leo is one of the best meds out there. The laser accuracy and everything. And on Normandy, as you can see in tournaments, it works quite well. But normally in tournaments you don't see them that often because on most maps they can't have the same function as they have in Normandy. So let's go up and away. And we see Raid focusing on the base C side. EG doing the same thing. We might be in for a brawl. I'm actually going to choose this place to hover and show you both sides, because if there's a lot of brawling going on, this will probably show most of it the best. The Drizzle moving quite aggressively. T-22s going into the corner. Base C not being kept but more being trolled position wise. You have the T-22s at the back. Hollow Purple losing a little bit of HP there. But those two T-22s can wreak havoc. Wreak havoc? I don't know. Can't English anymore. Toby taking a bit of damage there. Basically, EG is sort of like clustered together here. And that's dangerous as well. Doing very little damage, but they are bleeding each other a little bit. G22 is not taking the time for their shots though. So they've not done nearly as much damage as they could potentially do. And basically, the funny thing is that EG is like hovering here. And just being rude about it. But they're letting their other teammates do the work. Because look at how much Raid is slowly but surely being bled. Hollow Purple now losing HP, mainly because he decided to push. Romka has arrived at the back. They want to take out the IS-7. It's not really working as intended though. It's causing them quite a bit of HP as well. Hollow Purple is being set upon. He does. Winch takes out Timon, but there goes Hollow. Sick is still alive, if barely. Toby not looking too healthy either. Drizzle and Naro trying to retreat a little bit. Blue is gone, there goes Toby. Gun-wise though, EG has an advantage. And Naro is almost gone. Drizzle arriving to save the day. Winch taking shots. We have OG over there. Drizzle and Naro. Naro bouncing that shot though. Getting to live a split second longer. OG is almost gone. Drizzle not looking too healthy. And there goes OG. These were fun matches though. Nothing too serious. But serious enough to make it highly entertaining. There goes Drizzle. There goes Anya. And EG has it. And that was the end of a glorious night of lots of tournament battles. And overall, there have been very, very fun battles tonight. Very tactically sound battles, aggressive battles, everything. So that was entertaining, at least in my opinion it was. So let's have a look at the chart. Who took it home here? BPS took it home. Nicely done there. Well done to them. So basically, this is the top 4 as we have it. Not in this order, because you have EG, Raid, BPS, and then Loka. But these are the top 8 that we have right now. And it's kind of like, if you get consistently top 8, the chances of actually getting into the top 8 later are very high. So this is going to make BPS feel good as well, because they're a very new team. That is it for me tonight, though. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Kasu, for becoming a member of my channel. And I'll be seeing you guys all later. I'll be back on Tuesday to stream the second day of that Prove Your Skill again. So I'll see you then, and bye bye for now.